I'm going to go and clean that with a wire wheel because it's a bit, you know, a bit kind of messy on the surface. Then I'll put another layer on. I don't know if using the wire wheel is a bad idea. It could be. I didn't really want really big lumps like that. Anyway, hey ho, I think it'll be alright. Okay, right, I'm kind of wondering whether to put some on the other side. I don't want to risk damaging the bearing surface. I think I might just put a little bit on the other side. This is where I mess it up. Okay, right. So I've got a side there that I can finish off shallow and a side there that I can finish off deep. Put too much on really. That's not too, well, it's a little bit messy. It's a bit messy. But you can't afford to sort of mess around and get anything too hot. Otherwise you start melting that surface there. Okay, I will get some measurements and things and start machining these. And what I think I'll do, I think I'll machine them, I'll try and machine them so that they are, so there's not very much end float on the crank, and then I'll just, hopefully it'll just kind of wear in and be okay. Righto, I'll bring you back when there's more to show. Hello, you can hear my milling machine running. Here's the first bearing, that's the front side and that's the rear side, and that fits, and I well, it's a long story, but I left kind of a nominal 10th there that side, and with a nominal 10th there this side as well, it just fits. The nominal 10th there being 10th there that side of 0 there, so it's on 115. So I've just set this one going. This is the other shell, and I'm going to do it on these settings on both sides, and hopefully it will come out the same. So I thought, well, I better set the camera up, otherwise I won't get any footage. Okay. It might just why I'm winding over there, because I want the back side of the cutter centred up. Probably can't see it from where you are. So now I need to take it out, turn it round and put it up the other way. Can you see how the bearing is slightly out of the thing? It's rotated because the tang is this side. Yeah, the tang is that side, you see, on the housing, on the main cap. Okay, so I'm just going to put this back in up the other way now, but I can put it in flush now. Quite a nifty little setup, you know. It doesn't take long to change the piece round, considering it was just made up from bits and pieces. It appears to be quite repeatable as well. I think it's a better setup than I had on the lathe. Oh, undo the power feed. Fingers crossed it comes out okay. Who knows? This one might be a bit shy here and there. It's going to go on the front though. I don't think the front takes quite such a beating. I might have to go and build it up a bit more. You know, I'm learning. I'm on a learning curve. My cutter cuts on this back edge, so that tells me that the head on the machine is slightly out of tram. this one does look a bit shy, doesn't it? I think I might need to go and build this one up again. Well, I definitely think I need to build this one up again. But it'll serve me as a gauge for the size. Yeah, okay, well, let's try it in the crank and see how it fits, but I do need to build that up a bit again, a bit more rather. Trying to be clever, you see, do it both sides, but you do have to put a fair bit of material on to get it to cover. Not enough there really, is there? It might be alright, but I think I'd better put a bit more on. That's the other side, which I think might be okay. Yeah, okay. Fits on the crank. I'll go and build it up again, and I'll bring you back when there's more to show. Right, let's have a think. Fits on the crank without massive amounts of play. I think that would be okay in use. So I will. That side's okay. It needs a bit of filing, but that side's not got enough. Here's the other one. That's the light side. I think that one is okay. It's a little bit shy there, but and that's the other side. And as you can see, that fits okay. Right, okay. Leave this with me and I'll be back in a bit. I built it up again, and I have just took the cut. I forgot to turn the camera on, but you've seen me cutting it anyway. So hopefully that's the same setting, 115 thou, which is 10 thou lower than 0. So hopefully that might fit. I'll go do a little bit of filing here and there. So I'll give it a bit of a file up, and but at least I've got a better surface around there now. Okay, let's I'll get it filed up and I'll offer it onto the crank, see how it fits. Don't know if it's a good idea or not, but I've got the crank spinning in the lathe at 320 RPM. And I've got the bearings clamped on there with that hose clip, and the lathe tool is stopping it from spinning. So I'm just kind of bedding them in really. It's flinging a little bit of oil off. Kind of wobbling, everything's wobbling a bit. What I might do is get a block and put the crank into a block there's a little bit of kind of resistance, but you can hold it by hand. I thought what I'd do, I'd let it run, look for bright spots, and then maybe just scrape the bright spots down a bit. I'll leave it running for a bit. Then I'll well, I can feel for warmth as well. There's no heat building up at all there. It's cold. Bear in mind they'd be pressure fed, wouldn't they? Okay. Anyway, there's the idea. I'll leave it running for a few more minutes and take them off and see how they look. Okay, I'll bring it back when there's more to show. I'm a bit bothered by this face here. That it's got some hard spots on it. So I thought I'd set this air die grinder up and just see if I can just lick some of the high spots down. It's not great, but you know, hey, the crank's scrap otherwise. I can't see the camera very well. I hope it's in range. I hit the dial with a lever. understand why that's running off that well. That doesn't feel too bad, to be honest. There's a little bit of... I think I might keep going. It's not a proper grinder, obviously, but, you know, hey. I'm not a proper machinist. You can't get mad with it because you don't want to crush it, you see. That feels alright. That feels alright, and it was getting to be a continuous grind, wasn't it? That feels alright. There isn't a tight spot now. There was a tight spot before. There might be too much play now. I don't know. There was a tight spot before. There's a bit of play there now. It's kind of tight there and loose there. You know, I'm an amateur machinist. I'm not a machinist at all, to be honest. I think that's going to be alright. If I get it in a certain place, I can get to them oil holes like that. I mean, that turns even with that clamped up, and that might be clamping tighter than the main bearing cap because it's concentrated in the middle. I think that's about as good as I'm going to do in my home shop. There's a little bit of loading on it, but not much. It isn't hot. Thrust faces look okay. Don't look marred up or gold or anything. I think it's going to be okay. Amazing really, isn't it? Okay, righto. I will, well, what will I do? Let's have a think. I'm annoyed at putting that mark in that crank. But I'm happier about that surface there now. Yes, I'm happier about this surface now. I think that's okay. I think that grinding did get rid of the lumps. I know it was a bit of a lash up setup, but not too bad. Little mark there on the crank, but that'll be alright. Shame, but you know, hey. First time ever done the job. You learn your lessons, don't you? Okay, righto. Okay, so there's my repair to the crank. There's a couple of little voids in it, but you know, hey, it all serves to retain the oil, doesn't it? Who knows? I mean, I'm willing to put this into an engine and try it, but it's not going to be, you know, what I call a racing engine or an expensive engine with lots of expensive parts in it. It's just got to be something that's more or less made from throwaway parts. I don't think I have an engine that matches that description right now at this minute to put it into, so it will be a while before I can test this crank. Having said that, you never know. You never know, do you? You just never know. I'm pausing because ideas are coming into my mind. But no, I've got to put those ideas out of my mind. Righto. So there's my crank. And here are the bearings. Again, not perfect, but I think okay for what will be asked of them. And I need to file a couple of grooves in the bearings as well, like there and there and there and there on both sides, to promote oil, you know, to flow onto the bearing face. So once I've done them, they're finished, but I'm going to call this job good and done for now, and who knows, they might end up in an engine. Okay, there we are then. A job well done, I think, considering it was ready for the scrap bin. Okay, thanks very much then. Hope you enjoyed that. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers then, bye. Stratford upon Avon. Very pretty. There's a nice feature up at the end there, look. Like a maypole sort of thing. Very nice, very pretty. This is the bottom end of the main street there. Got some nice sort of banners. And there's a swan with some cygnets. Very pretty. And that building there is the Royal Shakespeare Theatre, RSC. Very nice. And the river is over here, over that area over there. It's another nicely lit street. More nice decorations.
Nice stars. I like the stars. I like the Christmas.
Got a green theme going on this direction. And this is pretty, and that's that centrepiece there at the main junction there, that bit down there. Nice. Here's another little square in the middle of the town. There's a nice tree there, look. And then they put lights all up the trees here. Looks very nice on the lampposts. And on this clock tower here. Yeah, it's very nice, very pretty. This is Stratford-on-Avon anyway. Okay. This is the road where Shakespeare's birthplace is, which I think is that building over there. And this is the whole complex here with the shop. And this just leads down that way to that centrepiece island down there. Looks nice. Yeah, it looks really nice. Very impressed. There we go. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this little tour of Stratford. There's William Shakespeare there, look, the statue. Take care, and a Merry Christmas from Mart's Garage. Cheers then. Bye.